everyone, Flora here. So today I'm coming to you not from my meditation path, but from my office slash dining room slash kitchen slash living room. I have an open floor plan, but it's a little chilly out. Well, it's only 56 right now, but anyway, I was just guided to do my video from inside my house today, and I've been getting questions from a lot of you saying, okay, so I did your mini class that you did the other day. Thank you so much. Now what do I do? Now that I figured out what I want, what's next? So that's what today's video is going to be all about, is once you decide what you want, okay, then what? Then what? Okay, so I want you to start to entertain the idea that what you really want is actually, like you can actually get it. It's actually obtainable for you. So if you didn't take the class that I posted a few days ago, good morning, Michaela, yay! If you didn't take the class that I posted a few days ago, I want you to just sit for just a moment and I want you to ask yourself, what do you really want in your life? Hi, Susan, yay! So the 3 questions that I asked in the class were, what do you want? What do you really want? And then what do you really want? And get super specific, okay? So, what do you really want? Write that down. And then I want you to ask yourself and ask your intuition, that little voice inside of you that says, okay, so this thing that I really want, what's one thing that I can do to start to get this? Hi, Courtney. She said, I always see these when I really need the message. Woohoo! That's your intuition saying, go to Flora's page or jump onto Facebook. Nice. So ask yourself, what's the one baby step that I can take that's going to bring me one step closer to achieving this particular thing? What's one thing that I can do? I'll give you an example. So I have a student who has been in several of my classes, and she was kind of feeling stuck, and she's just like, hi, Rachel. And she's like, I'm not really sure how to move forward. I'm not really sure how to do this. And I gave her this exercise. I'm like, what do you want? What do you really want? What do you really want? And she's like, I really want to be a coach. And I'm like, okay, perfect. So do you feel like you're a coach right now? Because coaching is unregulated. You don't have to have a certification or whatever to do it. Some people, although want one, I wanted one, so I got several. But you don't have to have a certification. And so you can just start right now. She goes, oh, I don't know if I can do that. And I was just like, well, what do you feel that you're missing in order to feel like legit or okay to coach other people? And she goes, well, more life experience. And so I said, okay, so I want you to write down your story. I want you to write down like 5 things that have been like your biggest teachers, 5 experiences, and just let it all hang out. She's like, okay, I'll do that. So she shared her experience, and then I said, okay, for each experience, who were you before, and then who were you after? I want you to do that. And she's like, oh my God, this is crazy. And so she actually saw how much she had actually been through from the beginning of the experience to the end of the experience. And I said, okay, so when you started the experience, how did you know to get to here? She goes, well, I didn't. And I said, okay, but still, how did you get from point A to point B? She goes, I don't know, I just kind of did what I thought was best at the time. And I'm like, exactly. Okay, so how can you consciously do that? How can you consciously say, I've got the desire to be a coach, and then I'm a really kick-ass coach. How can you get from point A to point B? I said, what do you feel that you're missing? And now it changed from life experience to now it changed to, well, just having a deeper understanding of coaching. And I said, okay, so how can you do that? And she goes, find a coach. And I'm like, okay, perfect. And so, and I was not expecting her to hire me as a coach, but she's like, I want you to be my coach. I'm like, okay, perfect. And so she's now my coach, But, you know, there's a lot of people out there who do coaching. There's a lot of people out there that are amazing coaches, and then other people who are maybe not so amazing. But the difference between a great coach and a not so great coach is, again, your ability to believe in the coaching process, and your ability to believe in yourself. And it's not just in being this coach or being that type of coach, it's just how can you just be in the moment. And so one of the other things that I helped her with is I'm like, okay, so now that you're getting the coaching experience and you're seeing what it's like and you're feeling the shifts that come with each and every session that we're part of, so now what else do you feel you may need or that you desire to have inside so that you feel ready to be a coach? And she goes, I think more personal development. And I'm like, okay, so what's one way that you can get that? She's like, read self-help books. I'm like, perfect. So she started to read 30 minutes a day from a self-help book. And now she's like, oh my God, I feel so motivated. And it's like, this is all I want to do is like go to coaching sessions with you. And I want to read books and I want to start helping people. And her profession that she's in right now, she helps people literally all day, every day. It's just incredible the work that she does, but she wants to take it a step further. And so this story illustrates how you can actually take what you desired, that thing that you wrote down, and say, okay, this is where I'm at. Now, how can I bridge that gap? How can I go from where I'm at to where I want to be gracefully and in the most efficient way possible? How can I do that? So I want you to just sit for just a moment, and I want you to write down in the comments what you think might be the most efficient way for you to get from point A to point B. So you can write down what your big picture vision is, what your goal is, what you really, desire for yourself. And then what's one step that you can take right now that will help you get to that place. Okay, I'm actually going to bring the video up on my laptop. Because I want to make sure that I'm seeing everyone's comments. So what's one thing that you can do? Well, okay, first, what do you want? And then what's one thing that you can do that will help bridge that gap, that will help bring you one step closer to that thing that you desire and that thing that you want? I'm looking at the messages right now. Hi, Brandy. Yay! Soul sisters. I love it. Let me see. So share with me, talk to me, people. What's one thing that you want in your life right now? And what's one thing that you can do to bridge that gap from where you are to where you want to be? Using your intuition, really feeling that out, feeling that presence inside of you, and that little nudge, that little knowing of like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is it. Yay! Hey, Brandy. I love it. So share with me in the comments what's one thing that you want to bring into your life. What's one thing that you desire that you really, truly want? And then I can help you with the steps if you aren't getting it yourself. So let me know. Let me see. Talk to me, people. I know there's a little bit of a delay. Okay, so Brandy says, whoop, hang on, they're coming in fast now. Shiloh says, I would love to be a successful author. Okay, perfect, Shiloh. So what's one thing that you can do today that will get you one step closer to being an author? So let me ask you, are you currently writing? And if so, are you writing every day? Are you making that a commitment to yourself and to your spirit to actually move forward every single day? Many authors will sit down and will write 50 words a day at bare minimum. Or, okay, Brandy said start a writing schedule. Absolutely, yes. So think about how you can set yourself up for success. Now, one of the things that I talk about in my habits class is, it's actually called Elevate, is that when you create a mini habit, of 50 words a day or 1 page a day, then that will set you up for, okay, so and plan for the worst case scenario where you've got like all hell breaking loose, you know, basically like your life is like a shit show that day and you're like, oh. But even on those days, how can you still commit to your big vision, to your dream? So it could just be 1 push-up. It could be, you know, walking down to the end of the block and back. It could be writing 50 words. But you've got to make a commitment to yourself and use that internal knowing that's inside of you that you're like, yeah, I totally want to do this. So let me know what you think, Shiloh, okay? Brandy said, I want to finish my book. Yes, perfect. So you got 2 of you. Yes, start a writing schedule. Absolutely. And also commit to a specific action every day and let it be a spirit-led action. If you're writing about something that maybe you want to do more research on, maybe you want to get just some research to kind of back up what you're saying, because some people like that tangible, you know, extra resources in kind of like the back of the book and whatnot. So ask yourself, if you're not guided to write one day, ask yourself, okay, is this more of a research day? Or is this more of a brainstorming day instead of an actual writing day? Okay. Pamela said, to enhance my abilities. Perfect. So to enhance what type of abilities? Is it your intuition abilities? Is it your manifesting abilities? Is it your healing abilities? Be a little bit more specific. And this is the key, is that when you set out to create something in your life, the more specific that you can be, the better, okay? Melina says, what do you hope for? Hang on. You are funny. Hey, had a dream I'd like to, I'd be a talk show host, also arts and crafts, and to make it a masterpiece. Perfect. Okay, so choose one of those today and ask yourself, what's one thing that I can do that will move me 1 step closer to being that talk show host? Okay. Are you currently in journalism? Are you currently in the public eye? Do you have a YouTube channel or a Periscope channel or a Facebook channel that you can start to go live every single day and then start to bring people on to be your co-host or to be a guest on your show? This is, oh my gosh, the ideas are just crazy. It's amazing. So how fun is that? Yay! So again, lock down that big picture vision, that place that you absolutely want to be, and then ask yourself, what's one step that I can do? What's one thing that I can do today that will get me closer to that thing, to achieving that goal of mine? Michaela said, had to step away from the live to share your video, so I missed what you asked. Can you please repeat? Where are you at right now, and what do you want? What do you really, really want? And be really, really specific about what you want. And then ask yourself, when you look at that thing that you want to create in your life, or that you want to manifest, or that you want to bring into your life, what's one step that you can do today that will bring you closer to it? And use your intuition. Go into your heart space. Breathe into it and really ask yourself, what's one thing that I can do today? And you're going to feel it. It's going to be a knowing. It's going to be a nudge. You might hear it. You might see it in your brain. But give yourself permission to just go with that first thing that pops in, okay? Yay! I love it. Let me see. Rachel says, have a wellness clinic someday, have an office now. Perfect. Okay, so what's one thing that you can do that will bring you closer? You have an office now, which is perfect. So you can, continue to build those strong relationships with your clients. You can nurture them. You can then go out and look at properties. You can see what it's all about, like what it would take to actually have your own wellness center. You can talk to the current owner of the one that you're in now, and maybe they're considering retirement or whatever, so maybe you can take over the practice. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about this, but really allow yourself to go within today. Breathe into that, clear your space, and ask yourself, what's one thing that I can do today that will bring me closer to achieving this thing in my life? That will bring me closer. Pamela says, intuition, yay! Okay, so simply release expectation and allow yourself to just notice what's coming without judgment, without expectation, without comparison. without feeling like that you think you're going to know what's coming, but just let yourself just kind of sit into this. One of the things that I love to teach in my psychic development class is the I wonder exercise. And this is when you say, I wonder what's the one thing I can do today. The reason why that we bring in wonder is because wonderment is a very childlike thing. And ego does not like to play. Ego does not like childlike stuff. Ego's like, screw that. He's very serious. He, she, whatever. My ego is a he, and he's very staunch. And very much like, no, this is it, and this is only it, and you can't play, and it's got to be serious. You've got to do it this way, and it's like, whatever, you know? And so when you say, I wonder, that brings about that childlike energy and the wonderment that is all pretty much everything in childhood, where literally the world truly is your oyster and everything is possible. So then you can say, I wonder what's the one thing I can do today that will enhance my intuition. And then something's going to pop up. Something's going to pop up, okay? Notice that and say, okay, maybe I need to play more today. Maybe I need to color or draw or do something. Maybe I need to YouTube intuition videos. Ironically, Pamela, one of the things that I'm getting ready to announce over the next week is that my intuition program is actually getting ready to enroll. So I actually post the link below if you're interested in checking it out now. And you can absolutely join right now. It is an instant access program. So once you enroll, you get instant access to it. So amazing. I have certification and non-certification tracks available. It's really pretty freaking epic if I do say so myself. Shiloh says, that's a really good idea. Set myself an alarm, hang on, for when the kids are sleeping or at school, even if it's just a simple sentence when things get too hectic. Yes, yes, yes. Plan for... So how you can plan for success really truly is when you make your baby step plan, okay? Think about what your bare minimum every single day should be or would be or could be. And the reason why that I say the bare minimum is because when you create a new habit, and I talk about this in my Elevate program, when you create a new habit, what you're doing is you're creating a loop in your brain. The cue, routine, reward loop. It's called a habit loop. And what happens when you start to do an action or you start to do something, the prefrontal cortex comes in. I'm going to get kind of scientific-y. The prefrontal cortex comes in and is like, wait a minute, you're doing something new. Hold your horses. Let's search and find patterns. And let's search and find the quickest, most efficient way for you to do this particular thing. That's why when you try something, sometimes it's kind of cumbersome. You're like, I don't really know how to do this. But the more that you do it, the more efficient that you get at it because your brain is picking out those patterns. Now what happens, and this is really freaking cool, is when your brain finds a pattern, when your prefrontal cortex finds a pattern, it talks to the basal ganglia, which is the part of the brain which stores habits. It talks to it through neural pathways and, like neurotransmitters and says, hey, here's a pattern. Remember it just in case this comes up again. Okay? Then when you do it again, like let's just say tomorrow, you write a sentence or two again, your brain goes, hey, we did this yesterday. Okay, remember this. And it sends another firing of that neurotransmitter and that neural pathway starts to strengthen, okay, in the basal ganglia. And so what happens is when you have a cue every single day, I'll give you an example. Today is day 42 of the Elevate program, which we're creating a new habit. My new habit is doing yoga every single day. And my bare minimum, my mini habit, is to do downward facing dog every single day. So when shit hits the fan, when life is chaotic, I only have to do downward facing dog. However, when I just do that, it feels kind of cumbersome. So I always start with a sun salutation to get into that down dog. And then when I'm there, I'm like, oh, this feels so good. And then I just continue to do it. So, but even still on the bare minimum days where I'm just like, I don't have time, I don't have energy, just shit's going on, and I'm just going to do my bare minimum, I just get into the down dog and I still settle into and just be in that pose, and it feels so good. what that does is it reinforces that habit loop. It reinforces the cue, the routine, and the reward. For me, the cue is to see my yoga mat out in my living room. The routine part is actually doing the downward facing dog. Of course, I do much more than that, but every once in a while, I'll just do down dog if I'm having a really hectic day, or that I've just kind of, time has just gotten just away from me or whatever, which is kind of rare. Or especially on the weekends where I'm just blowing and going and I've just got all kinds of stuff going on. So, and then the reward for me is just the feeling of those stretches and the feeling of just being in my body. And then also another reward is I get to make a video in my Elevate program page because that's one of the things that I've been doing is every day after I do my mini habit, AKA my down dog or my yoga, I go live into that page and say, yay, this is what's going on and this is, how everything is. And so that's the thing is think about what cue, routine, reward loop that you can create for yourself when you're creating this intuitive habit, when you're creating this intuitive roadmap, if you will, to start to manifest those things into your life. Because this is pretty much like all that I talk about is intuition, manifesting, planning, how you can get rid of the bullshit excuses, how you can get rid of the clutter so that you can really focus on what matters to you. And that's this, is going from where you are to where you want to be and enjoying the journey in the meantime, really. But you've got to be willing to let go of ego and to let go of how you think things need to come to you. And just be guided by spirit, be guided by your high self, be guided by your energy, be guided by the day, be guided by what you know to be true inside, okay? So I hope that helps you. Let me see. Michaela says, okay, great. Thank you. You're so welcome. Courtney says, I think a writing schedule works for me as well. Perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So Pamela says, thank you so much. Brandy says, love it, girl. I wish we could get some coffee. Oh my gosh, I've been thinking about you lately. Shiloh says, definitely helps. Thank you. You are so welcome. So if you all want to take this a step further, I have a lot of different resources for you. Use your intuition for you to let you know which step to take, okay? So think about what you really are truly needing the most help with today, okay? So twice a year we do open enrollment in the Institute, and I love my Flora Sage Institute. This is a hub that I've created for all my people so that literally you can get 24/7 access to everything that you need and desire and that you want, and all the support that you need as well, because we're not meant to do this alone. I truly believe that it takes a village. And one of the things that I was guided to do early on in my practice when I went live or like online is to create my Flora Sage Institute. Now, what is that? So the Flora Sage Institute is where I put all of my classes and programs so that when you enroll, you have a hub that you can go to. So let's just say that you enroll in 3 of my classes, then you can log in and all those classes will be there. So in the Institute, I actually have over 900 hours of content and classes and programs at the ready for you. I have classes about intuition. I have an Intuition 101 class. I have a psychic development program that has a certification and non-certification program. I have a manifesting made easy program that helps you get laser clear and locked into your vision so that you can start to manifest it. I have the planning posse that helps you plan and create a plan of action every single month so that you can get shit done and you're not wasting your time and you're not spinning your wheels. And so if that sounds like something that you would be interested, if it sounds like a hell yes for you, that you are like, oh my God, I would absolutely love to have access to all those hours worth of classes, I want you to listen up, because in the Institute, I not only just put classes and programs in there, I actually have live classes and live calls that we do every single week. Yesterday we had an office hours call. So you had me for an hour on the phone You could ask any and all questions that you have about any of the classes that you're going through. Every single Wednesday, we do a spirit-led call called What's Up Wednesday. It's where we check in with the energy of the week and figure out how we can navigate that with spirit, through our physical body, through all of our senses, and how we can navigate that for the highest good of our life and for the highest good of the lives of all the people that we come in contact with. We also are getting ready to start some more extra business training every other week on Wednesdays, which is really, really exciting. We also have group coaching. We've got group coaching next week, Wednesday. We've got more office hours calls. We've got group readings. There's all kinds of stuff. And so it's not just a membership site where you log in and you never hear from me. I am in there all the time. You know what I'm saying? So Pamela says, sounds like you have it all. I do. And I'm not saying that from an egotistical way. I'm saying that from a place of, I've listened to you all. I've listened to my tribe. And you've said, I want a class about money. Awesome. I created a class about money. I shared with you my experience about getting through my money blocks. I shared with you all of my affirmations that I use daily around money. I created all my manifesting programs. I have 3 of them actually in there. I have a ton of personal development classes, business development classes, and kind of everything in between. Right now, we're currently going through Simplify, which is a 10-day declutter extravaganza. I love saying that title because it's so awesome. There's another program called Thrive, how to create a 6-figure coaching business. Oh my gosh, like I said, it is just epic with how much content that we've created. There's a journaling program that will blow your freaking socks off. And you can get all of this for $10. There's a 15-day trial for you for $10. So click the link below, check it out. What I want you to do is get in there, sign up, enroll, get in there and just pick it apart. I want you to dig. I want you to go into all the classes. I want you to listen to the classes. I want you to watch the classes. I want you to print off the downloads. I want you to listen to the meditations. I want you to listen to those affirmations. I really want you to just pick it apart. Go into the What's Up Wednesday archives, listen to some of those calls, attend the calls that we have every week, go into the What's Up Wednesday call, the group coaching, the office hours call, the group readings. Go into and dig into all the stuff and really ask yourself, is this perfect for me right now? Is this really what my soul is craving? And that's one of the things that I'm getting is that so many people are craving that support that they're not getting anywhere else. And that's why I over deliver and I show up way more than my coach thinks I should for all of you. And like I said, you can get in there for $10. Oh, all right, so Kelly says, Pamela, if you want to learn to harness your intuition, you should take Flora's Psychic Development Program. It's amazing. All of her programs are amazing. Thank you so much, Kelly. Yes, you are a graduate of the Psychic Development Program and a participant in many other classes. But this is something, I'm so passionate about what I do. I really, truly show up for my people. I over-deliver all the time. I list the bare minimum on the sales pages or the program pages, and I give you way more. Well, actually, I don't list just the bare minimum. I just list the outline, kind of the basics. But I give you so much more. I give you that support that you really, truly need and you want. I mean, there's a lot of the times that I've taken classes and the support ends when the class ends. And I kind of think that's bullshit, honestly. How many times have you taken a class or you've enrolled in a class and you haven't been able to participate fully, and then when you're ready, you go in and you're digging in and you're like, yeah, this is awesome, and then all of a sudden you're like, shit, I have a question, but the Facebook page is closed down, or I have a question and the access with the person, like the instructor, is closed down. No, this is why I do the office hours calls. We do live office hours calls twice a month, plus all the What's Up Wednesday calls, plus the group readings and all this other stuff. But I do those office hours calls so that no matter what level of membership you are, or if you even bought like a $1 or $7 class, you still have access to me and my support for you, because my intention, my mission is to help support you in your life, to help you clear the bullshit, to help you fine tune and hone in on your intuition, to learn to manifest those things that you want to manifest in your life, and help you to create a really solid plan of action so that you can bring all this stuff out in your life. And so that's why I've created this membership site. This is why I've created these programs, is to really truly give you the opportunity to not only support your life and support yourself, but also to give me the opportunity to support you as well. Because when we're in this together, when you are walking with someone, when you are manifesting and doing something together with someone else, you're more likely to achieve it. Studies have proven this, and this is why I've created the Institute, because I want you to succeed. I want you to create those things that you really want to create in your life, and I don't want you to feel overwhelmed anymore. So if you are ready to be fully supported in your spiritual practice, in your business, and everything in between, click the link below, sign up for a 15-day trial for $10, and I'll see you inside the Institute. So click the link below. That's going to bring you directly to the checkout page. Go ahead, check out, and then dig in there. Like I said, it's only $10, and you've got 15 days to just dig in deep. And if you love it, then you can stay, all right? So click the link, and I'm here for you, and I'm so freaking pumped for you to be a member of the Flora Sage Institute. Yay! All right, so take what you learned today and run with it. Remember, we are not meant to do this alone. I can't wait to hear about your successes. And remember, when you clear the excuses, you truly can have a life and business that you love. Mwah! I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.